Okay guys, good morning and welcome to another market broadcast with Andy Demi and the London Trading Institute. I hope you're having a lovely day, and it's very cold here in London, but it's all good. So I wanted to just quickly shoot you a video just to let you know we had some news this morning. So this morning basically there was an announcement that created some volatility in the yen. So I wanted to basically shoot you a video to explain what happened and why we got the move that we did, and then we also want to go into the charts. I want to show you what I'm expecting from the yen going forward. Okay, so the announcement was to do with the tariffs, and basically they've announced between China and US that they're looking to cancel those tariffs. And typically what happens in uncertainty is money flows to safe haven currencies, and one of those safe haven currencies is the yen. And so when something like that gets announced, basically it creates, it almost removes a little bit of that uncertainty. And so what happens then is basically money flows out of the yen and goes into other currencies such as the US dollar. Okay, so when that was announced, we got a big move and basically the yen weakened. So what I want to basically show you right now is I want to kind of show you what happened and also what could happen going forward. So I want to go and show you basically the yen currency charts. Okay, so let's head straight into the markets right now, and I want to just quickly get onto this right away. Okay, so here we are. I'm going to just quickly just update you on what I'm doing with some of our trades that we've been speaking about. So I came out at the perfect time here on the CAD yen. So I'm very, very fortunate because the plan was basically to come out at 82.37. Okay, so I basically had a limit buy to come out at 82.37. So this is my second successful trade on the CAD yen. And then I kind of started thinking to myself, actually this is probably going to go a little bit lower. However, I basically, hold on, let me just double check. I've got this, yeah. So basically I decided that actually, yes, it probably will go lower. However, the most likelihood is that we're going to get a swing here. Why, you might ask? Well, basically the reason why is because this market essentially has reached its expected Fibonacci level here with the purple line. And what normally happens at these places here, at these points in the market, is it creates a swing. So where we basically would create, in other words, a wave. Okay, so even if this market was to go lower, the likelihood is that it was always going to wave. Okay, so if I had just kind of left it in and gone for a bigger target like here, then what would have happened basically is I pretty much in one sweep would have given back all my profits. Okay, now that's not to say that holding positions for longer is a bad thing. It's just, when you are watching the markets and you kind of see these key points, it just makes sense to me to basically manage the trades. And of course it needs a little bit of knowledge and a little bit of experience. However, on the whole, it is more profitable to do that. So now it just means that I'm kind of like carefree about the CAD yen and knowing that I've got out at a very, very good price, and I can basically look and assess without that pressure of being in the trade, and I can always get back in. I mean, if I sold it here, I'd be getting a really, really good price. I mean, I'd still be in it now, so I could basically sell it for cheaper, or I can see now if the market wants to start going lower again. Okay, so we can wait and let the market decide for us. The other trade that I am in, I have still got this position. Okay, so obviously this is also, because of the yen move, this is also now given back some of those profits, you know, where we got in at really nice price. But I'm actually willing to hold this one. Okay, I am willing to hold this one at the moment, and I particularly like this setup here. I like the trend line break, and you know, it could be a case of this market might go a little bit higher and then potentially come lower. Okay, so this is kind of my last point, and I'm actually willing and have an order to sell again if we do go up a little bit higher towards the 75.50 area. So I'm looking to sell a second position at 75.49, okay, on the Aussie yen. And I just want to go over now to the dollar yen. I just want to show you what I'm basically seeing on the dollar yen right now. And if you kind of look out, you might be able to spot that there is a little bit of a channel here. Okay, now it's not the perfect channel, but I'll just share with you. Basically, we just take this parallel line and we'll just kind of bring it down and create this line here. So now you can see what's really happening on this market. Well, essentially this market is going up from this high point down to this low point, up to this high point, down to this low point, and it looks like we're going to basically make our way back towards this green line, which means that we may get a little bit more yen weakness before yen strength comes back into the market. So you know, you can kind of see there are quite nice movements off the back of that. So for example, you know, if you'd basically got in off this green line here, you went from 114, actually a lot lower, but let's say you came out on the green line to 107.50, you know, that's a good amount of pips there. If my math is correct, that's about 650 pips. And then you've got 112.20 all the way down to 105.20-ish, right? So again, another 700 pips there. So there could be another big move coming in the next couple of weeks. So if we do kind of make our way up here, what you can do is you can stick an alert on this line and then look to see if you can take a swing trade to catch another move lower potentially. Okay, obviously that's if this doesn't break, but right now, as long as we stay within this channel, then we can basically look to play that idea. Okay, so just for those that are new to trading, you know, that's approximately, you know, just off one contract, one standard lot, you're looking at around $7,000 return on that investment. Okay, so there's a significant move there that can be had, and if you are skilled enough, you can also, you know, look to day trade this stuff. Okay, so I just wanted to share that with you. Now, of course, you know, the market isn't necessarily going to go up in a straight line. I mean, you can see here, for example, the market was close to going to this line, and then look what happened. We had a big drop, and then we eventually got there. So I'm not saying right now we're going up there right now, but what I am saying is if we do get up there, we should certainly be looking and seeing if there's any opportunity to buy the yen. Okay, so I hope you found that useful, and you know, it's giving you some insight, because sometimes you see something going on in the markets with you know, with any currency, and you've no idea what's happened. So by the way, if that's happened to you before, there's two things you can do. One is you can subscribe to a Squawk service where basically, you know, it's very, very good for day traders. I have one, and it just kind of alerts me to when things are happening in the markets. Okay, so there's some fairly expensive ones, and then there's some cheaper ones as well, but basically they get their information from different sources, like and including Reuters and Bloomberg. So when something happens, you just find out immediately, so you know if it's something significant or not, so you're not just kind of like, you know, trading blind. So it's something good for day traders. The other sort of cheaper alternative is to basically use Twitter. So if you basically use Twitter, you can also mostly find, by following a few sort of news providers, you can basically pretty much find, what's happened, so that at least you've got an idea of what's going on. Okay, so I hope that's useful, guys. Wishing you a great day. Good trading. Catch you again very soon. Take care.